Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Heckin Tech Night. We are having a fantastic glitchy. Well, glitchy is not even the right word. Streamlabs is not going to be happy for us today, so we're going to have the most entertaining Heckin Tech Night ever because we have no idea what we're clicking on and whether anything is going to work. And I have no idea why I'm starting, but we have a special guest today in person today. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be a different special guest. It's just me and Coca-Cola Polar Bear today. So don't mind the laughing in the background.
Hi.
Well, hi, Coca-Cola Teddy Bear.
I mean, I'm holding a vitamin water, but that's close enough.
Yeah. You got to get the sugar Coca-Cola, right?
So I hope
the
that
actual
you know,
real sugar.
that at least for right now, I don't have the headphones on, so I'm guessing about what you're saying through like your video.
Oh no. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna look. Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
So
God,
fun
that's hard to
fact,
do.
if you want to hear a story, that's not what we're talking about. But let's just say my actions as of right now are being altercated from an outside source. Hello.
Oh, by the way, he's not actually hungover. He may look like it, but he's not hungover.
So, you know, whenever you watch like a TV show, right? And they always have that one episode that's just the weird episode. That is today, ladies and gentlemen.
We are being self-conscious about our weird episode today.
I mean,
Most
think
of the
about
time
it.
it's not
If
accepted.
I wasn't being controlled, what would make me want to put Hearts of Iron 4 on the screen right now?
I don't know. That's a good.
You would think it would be my free will, but it is not.
It's definitely a good clue at who's controlling, though.
That's also World War One.
Wait, what is it World War One for Hearts of Iron 4?
What?
Funny. What? Oh, jeez.
So,
yes, this is how you run a stream, everyone.
Let's kind of start
This is
maybe
how you run a
talking
stream.
about some stories. Let me think.
Let me see who's watching. There is nobody watching the stream today.
I don't remember. Fun fact, the reason for this weird Heckin Tech Night, guys, is because, as you can see, this is my bed. And, and I decided at about 6 p.m. Eastern that it would have been a good idea for me to take a nap. So, it is now 8:51. I woke up late for stream. Nothing was set up. Outside forces outside of my control set it up for me. And now I have vitamin water. And we're going to talk about some Heckin Tech while I look like absolute crap.
Go for it. Let's do it.
There's a reason that with this server that I did not with my video I did not on my server put on that everyone ping like I usually do, because okay, it seems like forces outside of my control are doing at everyone pings.
Wait, what?
But yeah, let's just say I have no idea what's going on. We might talk about tech later tonight
I
at
don't
some
see any
point.
yet, everyone. What are you talking about?
I know Apple did some stuff. I
Oh,
love
wait,
how
you
you're
can't
just
see me.
copying like previous text that I already put on the server. Well, I would put the camera on the enter button. I got something. Well, guys, here goes my integrity. You were supposed to hit the enter button, but you didn't. Okay, looks like the outside forces outside of my control aren't listening.
Worst Heckin Tech Night ever. Wait, it's Heckin Tech Night. All right, close enough.
So it looks like, as you can see on the webcam, we are starting to enter the infinite void of space and time.
Oh, no. The best part is you can actually show you. Look at the mixer real quick. Look at the mix. Yep. Where is the other sounds? You can hear me. You can hear him. Why are sounds somehow just magically not there?
But as you can see, I am in the infinite void. I have no sense of direction, time, or space.
Oh. Gonna leak Discord convos. Oh no.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some tech. I'm going to click on... Okay, cool.
Wait, which way?
So I think okay, so OBS is
up there, by the way.
OBS is on the incorrect desktop. So what you're gonna do, outside force, is you're gonna hand me the mouse so I can fix it. What do you?
I have no idea what's happening.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this because this isn't a disaster.
This is definitely not how you professionally run a stream.
Okay,
sure.
So Apple says universal control will let you move content between devices. I'm guessing this is something that's WWDC related, because WWDC was a thing that happened today. We talked about it 2 Heckin Tech Nights ago, and yeah. So Nick, even though I can't hear you because I don't have any headphones, you want to talk about what happened today?
Yes, Mr. Polar Bear Man.
Here, give me a second. Let me put down the mic real quick.
Okay, then. I will. Mr. Polar Bear Man is going to let me talk, I think. Anyways, so Apple's Universal Control is essentially allowing you to share the same mouse and keyboard across multiple devices by just seamless integration. It's coming up with their new updates across the line for iOS and all their different devices, and then their new desktop OS, that whatever it's called, it's starts with an M. But anyways, something I thought was really cool is any of you that's ever used like remote desktop or anything like that, you're not able to drag files between computers through a remote desktop. And Apple's allowing, in this universal control that they call it, to let you move folders and files between the desktops.
Really?
And although this is normally a security risk in Windows devices, I could definitely see... What the heck is happening? Oh.
As you can see,
Okay,
this
then.
is up to forces outside my control, but
I think Apple's actually going to be able to do this the proper way.
Yeah,
And they're probably going to make this something that's really, really big in terms of like, you can just set down your iPad next to your Mac computer. Then it's like, okay, I just did some video, I just filmed a video on my iPad, or I did some light drawing. Here's a good example. You have an iPad, right? You really like drawing, you draw pictures for a living, and then bam, you just drew your picture on your iPad. But now you want to port it over to Photoshop on your main Mac. You just put it down next to it, drag over the file, and there it is. You don't have to worry about putting it on your Apple Cloud and all that stuff, waiting for it to show up. It's going to be a lot more seamless integration. And the cool part is you have the same mouse and keyboard, and you have the same utilities across the entire thing.
Yeah.
We'll just forget about what's happening in the. We'll just talk about Apple as he's speed running run.
I have no idea what's happening over there, but yeah, if this is something that Apple can pull off, that's like legendary. Like I'm actually really excited. Like,
yeah, that's something
that Windows would never be able to do.
Yes, and well, it's Windows has things like this, but they're huge security risks. We're in a professional environment. Apple could probably do this without much of a security risk, because they have proprietary communication frequencies and things like that many other computers just don't have access to. So Apple has that proprietary information, and they could probably get this done right. And something that I could see pushing a lot of professional environments over to Apple, actually, for something as simple as this.
Especially with Apple being ahead when it comes to M1, and also this.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be pretty big. Like Windows needs to catch up quick, because Windows is starting to look like Intel. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, if Windows is starting, I'm not gonna lie in terms of what Windows is looking like, but the amount of glitchiness that I experience on a day-to-day on Windows 10 is just getting infinitely worse. And I'm like, it's like, well, do I have to reinstall Windows every single year in order to get a decent experience? It's like,
I know.
What the crap? Should I just... I mean, it's just sucks because I can't really go to Apple with some of the stuff I do. But it would be nice to be able to just have a machine that I can sit down. I have my own monitor. I have my own everything the same way, but it would just work. That's what I want.
I know Windows just sometimes is just like, yeah, I don't want it to work.
Yeah. Yep. See if there's anybody watching. Nope, just me.
You got one person. Let's go. I'm very surprised that you managed to stick around this long. I applaud you. And also, random things are going on the screen now. Okay. So apparently we're watching Friday Night Funkin', a very popular rhythm game on browser. This is definitely Heckin Tech Night.
Okay.
Especially since we can't hear any of the music. But that's okay, because for some reason...
Rhino's here.
For some reason... Oh yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Heckin Tech Night, because it isn't one, essentially.
This is essentially just a cursed Heckin Tech Night. We were just going to cover a couple topics, and there's none of our stuff is working properly. So we're just going to hope that we can at least just get a stream out there.
And just kind of do whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we covered a cool topic for Apple. We talked about the random stuff. Here's a funny one. You don't have to put up the thing or anything, but the Jeff Bezos Blue Origin, he said he was going to be on the first one when they actually have permission after everything's done and they got the testing done. He's going to be the very first one. He's going to be on the very first flight.
Oh, interesting.
Test.
He's actually going to do it?
Yeah, which I think is really cool. He's actually willing to put his life where everyone else would be. So he's actually going to be like, if your life isn't worth more than mine, I'm going to be on the first one. I'm going to make sure that if everything's going to go right, I'm going to be on there and make sure it's going to prove that it's safe, sort of thing.
Okay.
Which I think is something that's, even though he, obviously people that have that much money are corrupt to some extent, that is something that is very,
I would argue, to
noble.
a lot of extent.
Well, yeah.
Quite a bit of extent.
you don't become rich without some sort of corruption. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So the webcam is dying right now, but as we're doing that, I'm gonna open up my browser on my phone, and let me see if I got any more Apple WWDC stuff that's going on.
What the heck? Oh, so he took away the thing so he could put the webcam in. Okay. Sure.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to bookmarks. Where the crap?
Whatever.
Now, where do I go to my
Saw
favorites?
Apple's
What?
news from the event recently. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
new
let
Apple
me.
news is coming around.
I did bookmark it somewhere, but I gotta find it real quick. Um,
Let's see.
I can add to favorites, but where are my favorites?
I don't know what that means, but okay.
What browser even is this on my phone? What?
Here we go. Things that stand out to me are driver's license and wallet. Yeah, FaceTime with non-Apple users.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
That's going to be coming, I think. I don't know how, like, if they have to go through a beta phase or anything, but maybe it's just going to come out and just work. Be kind of cool.
That's odd. That's very un-Apple of Apple.
It's a very un-Apple move, but I think they're realizing that FaceTime's going to die if they don't.
I cannot. Okay, so I saved like a bunch of like links, but I have no idea where any of them went. Oh wait, I think I just found them.
Group
Okay.
Notifications based on priority. Really? Now, what do you mean by driver's license and wallet?
Here, let me open it up in
on my phone.
That one. So, oh wait, that is an Apple article criticizing Apple.
I saw Apple had a they're doing like you do your passport on your phone or something. I think I did see that, which I thought was really confusing.
Apple.
I don't know if
WWDC.
how they're going to do that.
Okay.
But
so let's click on WWDC. Okay. So this is a CNET article.
Okay.
Outside force against my control. Do you mind putting
That's
this on
cool.
the screen?
That's a really nice just little addition. That's the type of stuff I like about Apple. Is they just give you the little app that's like, here's a nice like life use thing. They give you a little wallet app that lets you put your like all your license in it and your credit cards and debit, what it just all these different cards and information. And then you don't really need to carry around a wallet anymore because everything's on your phone. Because with all the stuff going to tap now, you just tap your phone or tap your that phone. If you're going that deep into it, you got your watch. You just use your watch for stuff. Just tap your watch on things to pay. You send money if you need to send money. It's like, oh, I need to send you money. Just send them over your wallet. I'm sure there's some sort of Apple has a bunch of different payment stuff, I think.
And I think that's cool to a degree, but then you got to realize, you got to think like, part of you just kind of has that weird feeling where it's just like, do I want to give all of that to those tech companies? Do I want my phone to have to manage everything? Like, how?
To
really
be honest,
good is
Apple's
that?
the only company that I would trust with that type of stuff.
Why are we going to intermission?
I don't know. Why was there an intermission? But yeah, Apple's the only one that I personally would trust, just because they have a proven track record of keeping personal security, like keeping personal information secure. There's never been, I shouldn't say never, but there hasn't been a major case of someone breaking into someone's iPhone or the Apple suing, like getting sued, and then they just take the information from Apple. Apple just has never let that happen.
I know. I just always get wary because it's like a big tech company, and it's just like, yo, they could literally just like be like, okay, hey advertisers, here's our data, like at any moment.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing keeping them from like literally like just doing it because they want to. But I did bring up an article on my phone about WWDC, so we're gonna take a look at it together. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna straight up read the article. Why not?
Go for it.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to yet, so let's go.
So you'll read a paragraph, I'll read a paragraph. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm not gonna read. Don't make me read.
I'm gonna skim read, but let's see.
Tim Cook.
Yes, Tim Cook. He is the CEO.
Tim Apple.
Tom Nook is the CEO.
Oh no. That is not a good thing.
So, at its annual Worldwide Developers Conference on Monday, Apple unveiled upgrades to many of its operating systems. So we got upgrades to iOS 15. We got a new Mac OS, new Watch OS, new iPad OS, and yeah, that's cool. New things for FaceTime, iMessage, Apple Maps, new health features, updates to Siri and AirPods, a new iCloud Plus service, so that's cool. All right, so what do we got that's new with the OSs?
There's a new desktop OS.
Yeah, the new Mac OS. I'm trying to see what actually changed that's new. Let's take a look at that photo. That looks really cool. Okay,
I don't
so
know what the actual change is. Yeah, see, there's the name of it.
okay, so
Monterey?
Safari on Mac OS looks like it's getting a redesign.
It's about time for that.
There's a Launchpad Games folder. Tab groups in Safari. Spatial audio for AirPods Pro.
Don't really want that, but okay.
The Safari extensions going across all of Apple's OSs, essentially.
Okay, cool.
A new low power mode. Siri shortcuts, I'm guessing.
Siri. I think Siri can work in offline mode now too after the new update. I think that was one of the really big things that they talked about, which I don't care about Siri. I just, but
it's like when Samsung was like, "Yo, Bixby."
Oh my God, Bixby! There is a button on my phone
that you don't even use.
Right there, it's a Bixby button. I haven't updated Bixby in 2 years. And every single time I click this button, wait. Let me just show you. Go to a desktop. Let's go to this one. See, there's my calendar. If I click the Bixby button, would you want to update Bixby? No, I do not want to update Bixby. That's literally all that button is for. This button right here, if I double click it, it brings up an update Bixby thing.
Yeah, that's
all that button does. There's a physical button on my phone that brings up an update Bixby.
That's just entirely all it is.
That is all that button can do. Update Bixby. I'm like, no, I don't want to use Bixby. It's a piece of crap.
What are you
There's a different word
about?
I want to use there,
great.
But
Bixby's exactly what you want.
But there's some rumors about the Fold 3 that recently came out, and that's definitely going to be my next phone. Fold 3. Here we go. I need to type in. No, not fold3.com. What the hell is that? Fold 3. Samsung. Here we go.
Right.
I think this is a decent website. Put it in Heckin Tech Night. Here we go. Now you can pull that up.
Okay, cool.
So
I think I'm still a polar bear. Give me a second.
That's fine.
I apologize, stream. My hair's a mess. You get to get the very amazing side view of me. Just hello.
Hello.
Oh wait, I would say I was gonna open my blinds, but I don't want to get like doxxed. So, okay. I look like crap. Holy wow. This is the most revealing Heckin Tech Night of all time.
That's fine. But essentially what the new Fold 3, according to what I'm reading in the article, is it's going to be a slightly smaller device. Because I guess people complained about it being too big.
I see.
And then it's going to weigh significantly less. It's going to be slightly smaller. It's going to have better battery life. And it's going to have stylus support. I don't know if it's going to come with the stylus in it, though, like the Note 9.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I
it's
don't
gonna have
think
that.
so personally, because the past folds have used like designs that are like, you know, plasticky screens, and like poking like a plastic stylus into like a very thin area of a plastic screen is gonna dent it and do bad things.
According to what they were saying here, is that they ended up figuring out a way of fixing that with the new type of glass that they're invented. It's still like a plastic material, but it's like a nanoparticle glass or something.
Okay. Well, if you want to take a look back at the WWDC stuff real quick, just so we can get it out of the way real quick.
Yep.
We got our health updates, wherever it is, where you got like new exercises. You can receive alerts for loved ones, only on Apple. You can have a little sleep widget. And I'm looking at my outside force that's just kind of outside. I don't know what's happening. I might die. So
okay. I'm waiting for a kitchen knife to be.
Do you want me to like? Oh, let's see. I have Uno.
Find a reverse card.
Find a reverse card. All right. So while they're on that, let's see. So we got a sleep widget. We got lab results that you can share with your heckin' doctor. You can share data with loved ones.
I do like the doctor idea, because that could reduce, like, that could be really good for, like, my grandpa, for example. He doesn't live in the U.S. But if he lived in the U.S. and I didn't get to see him very often, we could see, like, oh, he's walking a couple miles every day still. And but if, like, you know, a family member, they normally they're on the older side. They normally stay healthy. And then all of a sudden, for a couple days, they normally would walk, or they normally go for a run, exercise, whatever. And they haven't moved from their house in a long time. Might be worth calling them and seeing if they're okay.
Yeah, and just make sure that they're alive.
Well, alive might be that's a scary term, but
I mean
it's not entirely wrong.
So. But let's honestly be real here. Like it's just meant so we can like be like, yo, you doing okay? You sure? Like, you know, especially if you have a loved one that's like way off, you know.
Well, I also see being useful in scenarios that you have a group of friends that they're workaholics and they like constantly working out and running and all that stuff. They can compare each other's results just by the Apple stuff now.
Which is obviously something I don't do. So don't ask me about that. I wouldn't know.
We'll both just go Apple with our next phone. What could possibly go wrong?
I have a lot of issues personally with Apple, but like when it comes to like how they run the company and their phone, so maybe not.
Guess the one thing that if it's like is halfway decent would bring me into the Apple atmosphere.
Actually, no, that's a good question. Both of us should think like, yo, what's one thing that would make it like so much easier to move over to Apple? All right, Nick, you brought up the question, so what's going on?
Okay. There's one specific thing on my side that Apple had. I mean, I guess they have officially talked about, but they haven't really gave any details for anything. And the release date's unknown. But there's one specific device that would bring me over to Apple if it's good. Guess what it is?
What would it be?
No, you gotta guess. Take a wild guess.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses for the Nintendo Switch.
It's just a glary mess. I can't even see what it is.
There you go.
I don't even know what that is.
Fine.
It's an Apple product, right? It's got to be an Apple
Yeah,
product.
so you can use.
It's something simple. It's a physical item. How about that? That narrows
NASCAR
it down.
2001 for the PlayStation 1.
That's it. Right there. That's definitely what would bring me over to Apple. If I could play NASCAR 2001 on the PlayStation 1 emulator on my phone. Yep.
Yeah.
But it would actually be the Apple glasses,
Are they actually
the
still
AR
working on them?
glasses. Yeah. Um, if those end up being halfway decent, like you're able to make video, like not necessarily video calls, but if you're able to make like calls, you're able to do like search queries, and you can pull up web pages on it. You can scroll with your finger in midair. You
Yeah.
could use like the LiDAR stuff, and you could draw lines. So it's like, oh, I want to know the distance from here to here in a room, and you could draw a line with your finger or something, and it would show, oh, from this side of the room to this side of the room, it's 20 feet. Gives you a measurement.
So
Like simple
basically,
things like that. If they
okay.
could pull off something good like that, to where you can do calls and you can do like searches, you can use augmented reality in its true form, I would probably go Apple for like my normal day to day sort of stuff. I would still be like a watch, phone,
Yeah.
the glasses, probably not a laptop, but maybe Among Us. 100% sus. Or is
Well,
that 10%? No, that's 1.00% sus.
hey, outside force, can you hand me a comb so my hair doesn't look like crap? Okay.
So what would be so Apple doesn't have to actually like announce
Oh,
anything. But what? Oh
wait,
jeez.
that's not my bro. Okay, we'll use it. We'll use it.
So what is the one device that Apple could invent that would bring you over?
Well, I'm not sure necessarily if it's really a device.
Okay,
Because
what
I
software?
really like the devices themselves. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the design of the iPhones quite a bit, and the iPads. Like, besides them
Yeah.
really easily breaking, but like they're sleek. Obviously, you know what I mean. They look nice. I like them.
Hmm.
But there we go. Now Heckin Tech Night looks a little bit more normal. Okay, but a lot of the issues I have with Apple are mainly software based. Mainly because just some things are just in some ass backwards places that just make no sense. And here's the biggest thing for me. And honestly, if they were to open this up just a little bit, just a bit, then maybe I'd consider. It's so minor, but it's something they'll never do. I would like them to be able to make it so I can actually access my file system when I plug it into my phone without jailbreaking. I want to be able to put music in my phone without iTunes. I want to be able to just like, you know, put folders in there, put files in there. Like, I don't understand how iPhone users are able to use things like Google Drive. Like, because when you save the file, you got to go some weird backwards way to just get it on your phone. Like, for me, when it comes to my phone, maybe and I use it differently from most people, but it's I use it as kind of like just like a mini portable storage device also. Like I got videos on there, I got music, I got documents, I got like, just audio files everywhere. Like
Yeah.
like I got everything in there. Like and I just wish I had more control over it because as of right now, or at least the latest iPhone I've been able to mess with, you plug it in, the only thing you got access to through the computer is just photos. And you basically just kind of have to either like just not put them on your phone, leave them up on a drive, or just kind of leave it up to like Apple and just make it go through iTunes or something. You know what I mean?
I thought you could do stuff. Oh
And
god.
OBS is messing up as soon as I
But
get this looking
I
good.
thought with other Apple devices, you did have the ability to access like a slight file system. Maybe not like the full thing, but I thought you
Well,
could.
the thing is like Apple always kind of takes this approach where like they're trying to like, be like, yo, I mean, if you use just our products, everything's going to be way better. But they got to realize
Yeah,
that there's a very decent sized demographic that's just like, no,
just want
I
the
like
phone.
Windows. I just want the phone. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want 75% of the experience, you know? I want to get
Yep.
what I pay for.
Yep.
And yes, I don't even have a problem with like what people call the Apple tax. Apple things are going to be more expensive. That's just kind of how it goes. You're paying for the
And
brand name at that point.
well, it's also you're paying for the security of the device. The device is going to be secure for a longer period of time because it has longer support than
Yeah,
normal
the
phones or other
updates.
devices. I mean, there's still like laptops that Apple has made that how long has it been? It's like 10 years and they're still getting updates. Then
The
that's the
the
laptop.
Speaking of Apple with WWDC, iOS 15 is actually getting pushed out to the iPhone 6s Plus, which is now or not Plus, but like the iPhone 6s, and that's actually a 6-year-old device,
Yeah.
and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now
I have a
I'll
13
never
Mac Air.
I'll
Yeah.
never buy a Mac. I just can't do Mac at all. Like if I learned it maybe, but like I just Windows.
Wait, didn't we have to use it for one of our classes in high
I
school?
hated it.
That was hilarious because we had to figure out how to like do the video editing and stuff. Holy crap. Okay, I think that might be enough for now.
But as I was saying, I probably won't use a Mac because I don't know, at least to a first time user, it just seems just confusing. Like that, and that's like a trait about Mac that just doesn't make any sense to me because of Apple. Because like you pick up an iPad, you pick up like an iPhone, it's easy to use. You just use it. That's another
Yeah.
reason why people like it so much. It's just simple. It just works. But like with a Mac, it just isn't that at all. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, it's just so confusing. I don't even get to use a regular mouse. And what the hell is a command button? It's Alt. It is the Alt button.
It's just the atmosphere, right? I mean, it's like the old IBM days where IBM had all their own stuff that they used to make and it had no correlation with anything else in the market.
Like,
So
I get it. You
it's
want to
sort of
like.
that scenario right now.
I get it. Apple wants to have this like walled garden, but like they got to realize at some point that literally the fact that they are not letting other people use their services, the less money they're going to get. Like they already got a good percentage
But
of their
to be
consumer
fair,
base.
though, Windows is not making it a competitive market right now at
You
all.
are correct
Windows
because
Windows is
Windows,
turning
whenever
more
they,
and more into a piece of crap every
yeah,
single update.
and like the thing is with
So
Windows
what are
is
we supposed
that
to do?
you are right. I can change. Oh, looks like I have no money. DX has made it. I can change stream quality now. Well, heck yeah!
Whoa,
Sounds like an
cool.
upgrade to me.
Oh
So,
yeah, you can.
oh god,
Sweet. Oh god, what was that noise?
I don't know. Okay, so basically with Apple, like you are correct. Like Windows is not being competitive at all, and you can just
Maybe
look at you
Linux will
can
step up a little bit, but I really
Linux,
doubt it.
maybe Linux. Linux is the
Maybe
future, guys.
it could be. It honestly could be going more towards Linux every single day. Just,
Yeah,
I mean, there's versions of Linux that look exactly like Mac, that look exactly like Windows, and they just,
yeah.
I mean, they don't have the same easeability because you have to type sudo and then whatever the hell you want to do, but it's I mean, it's not as simple as just clicking and then clicking yes after it asks for administrator permissions, but I
Mhm.
mean, maybe it'll eventually get there to where there'll be a super user-friendly version of Linux, and it's like,
Maybe there's one that's already out there
I don't
that's
know.
not really that publicized, you know?
Well, I really doubt it because I mean, Linux, the way it's built, is meant to be like pretty much the most secure platform you can get on.
And the most
Because I mean,
customizable because it's just open source.
yeah, but you have to know command line really well to do Linux properly.
Yeah, you
Because you have
gotta
to
know what
command
you're
line
doing. That's why I
everything.
can't use Linux. I can't use Linux because of that.
Yeah, I have a couple Linux servers that I mess around with. Um, and at one point I ran Linux Mint on a secondary machine that I ran. I just messed around with that. And that was a weird mix between Windows and Mac. It was a really strange kind of
Hmm.
experience. But it was kind of cool just because it was just so different.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Ubuntu. It was just Mint was a really cool, just weird thing.
Okay, so an update from I Have No Money DX for Heckin Oil Night stuff says, "Wow, so the feds tracked down the bitcoins that Colonial Pipeline paid the hackers, and they got their money back."
Yeah, they got most of it back. They got most of the Bitcoin back.
So that's funny because isn't Bitcoin supposed to be the currency that you can't track?
You can track Bitcoin really easy. That's one
Yeah,
thing
but
most people
you
don't
talk to
realize.
any Bitcoin defender, and they're like, "See, you can't track it. It's even better than cash. Like, you see this envelope? You can track that better than you can track Bitcoin."
No,
Like
Bitcoin's a
literally,
lot
like
easier to track.
everyone, like Bitcoin defenders are trying as hard as they can to like just be like, "See, look at our cryptocurrency. We're so special. You can't track us, and now
There
we can
is
do illegal stuff."
there is versions of cryptocurrency that is really hard to track, just due to
Yes.
the nature of the way the transactions work. But Bitcoin is such an old version of a cryptocurrency at this point that it's sort of on an old infrastructure of of cryptocurrency, and it's pretty easy to track because oh geez. But it's easy to track because of the amount of transactions and permissions of people that it has to go through in order before it even gets to the end result of who it's arriving at.
Yeah.
So it's easier to track than what most people think.
Well, I guess I just have to say, with normie Bitcoin users, who thought that normal Bitcoin was non-trackable, let's just say, checkmate, dark web.
Technical difficulties, everyone.
It's fine.
Technical
but
difficulties in this region, not in that region.
but yeah, basically what I was saying for the Apple conversation, like 5 conversations ago, um, the one thing that would make me
What?
want to go to Apple is if they actually opened up their file system. That'd be the main thing, pretty much,
And I
honestly.
think it'd be too
If I,
much of a security issue for most people, and that's probably why they wouldn't.
I mean, let's just be honest here. I just want to be able to have like one folder where I can put some of my files, like a public folder, and then like I want. Here's the main thing: I want a music folder. I don't want to use iTunes for any of this. I like
Yeah, they
dragging
won't
and
give you that.
dropping. Like why can't I just drag music into my phone?
I mean, it was just recently that they actually let like Spotify and only Spotify be another default music player. It's just recently they allowed that. It used to be that iTunes was the only default music player.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
So it looks like I'm going to have to sadly say that the stream is being taken over. And the person who's taking it over is the outside force in question. The person who is this guy.
Zelda Man.
I think he's going to talk about some games.
It's time for gamer moments once again.
Gamer moment.
It looks like we have found that Dr. You What actually exists in the flesh.
Yeah, I'm not just a disembodied voice for once.
Who dis?
I don't know who this is. He's in my
dis.
apartment.
Yeah, I just kind of showed up. I found his IP address and tracked him over here.
Well, that's scary.
Oh, it's okay. Everyone can do it. All right, so
okay. If everyone can do it, it's okay.
I'm going to give the chair to Mr. Gamer Moments himself.
Let's do the gamer moments.
Never backwards.
Did you just put those on backwards?
Yes, I did. So today,
Okay.
we're going to be talking about gamer moments this week. There's actually been a lot of news since, well, the last time we did this properly.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Let's start with Minecraft. Because, 1.17, big update, Caves and Cliffs. It's actually been split into 2 parts.
Whoa.
Yes,
I haven't heard that.
1.17 and 1.18.
So what's in 1.17 then? Have they announced what the differences are?
Yes, they have. It's on the official Minecraft YouTube channel, so I can't really show it here. There's no articles I could find before the stream. But I'll give you the rundown. 1.17 will have most of the new blocks in place, but none of the massive world generation changes. 1.18, which will be releasing at the end of this year, holiday season, will have all of the generation. Biomes will be 3D now, so they can be height dependent and such.
Yep.
Much more.
I can't reveal my pants too early. It's not 50 followers. Give me a second.
Oh. The first 1.17 update, which is actually going to be coming out in a few weeks, 1 to 2 from now. And it's going to have most of the features, like the new blocks and stuff in it. And also copper ore.
So there's really not a huge... This is not a huge update then, in terms of...
It still kind of is huge, because of, how big the whole caves and cliffs thing is.
Yeah, but I would say the world generation
Don't do it.
is the biggest change that has ever come to Minecraft.
Of course, and based on what they're implying with what they say is up next after 1.18, it's going to be a completely different shift in development. We're going to get some new stuff, real new stuff.
So completely different type of game, type of things.
Well, that's what pretty much 1.18 is doing with new cave generations.
Why don't they just change 1.18 to 2.0? This is at that point it is Minecraft just 2.0.
I mean,
that's a good thing to think about there.
They're reworking almost everything of the base game except for spawning mechanics and stuff, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did in future updates. I mean, they already do so many of the biomes and stuff.
I really hope they add Herobrine as a boss late game.
I mean, they never removed Herobrine in 1.14 or 1.16. Sorry, so he's in the game.
Oh, that's
already.
right. They didn't put that in the message, did they?
He's in the game. We just gotta find him.
So, hey guys, can you hear me just fine as a disembodied voice?
Yes, I can hear the disembodied voice.
I wonder if Stream can hear the disembodied voice. Hey, Stream, can you hear the disembodied voice?
If I can hear it, they
disembodied voice. Hello.
It's kind of a murmured disembodied voice, but it is a disembodied voice.
Well, next, I want to talk about is...
I think we're talking about Sonic, I think?
Yeah.
Lots of Sonic news, actually.
Yeah, they've announced the main thing, which is Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is kind of an updated remaster of the Wii game, putting it on current consoles, PS4, PS5, PS5, PC, only on the Epic Game Store. They've
And
taken
that
another one
sucks.
from us. A Steam only, guys. We have it rough nowadays. With freaking Epic Games stealing our games.
Epic is just
But-
like, yo, we have money, take it.
Is anyone by chance getting a massive amount of static on the stream side?
Are
Oh
we?
yeah, it's probably like that because we have 2 microphones plugged into this interface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
The
makes
interface
sense.
is just not happy right now. Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and
You know
since-
what?
and
It's
since
fine. The
this-
stream, it doesn't matter.
And
Yeah,
since the second
cares,
microphone
mate?
has like is like a condenser mic, it picks up way more of the background than the other mic does. So you're hearing my fan.
Yeah. I mean, I hear like it's clipping and making a static clipping noise.
If you're gonna
Every single
put that
time
closer,
both of you
then I'll
talk.
turn it down to like 2/3.
So, what else was announced? I think it was called Sonic Omega.
No, which one are you talking about?
The collection.
Sonic Origins.
Sonic Origins, it's finally... The reason why this is even news at all, since it's like, you know, first few games in a collection, is because they've actually announced Sonic 3 in it, which has been untouched ever since its initial release in 94.
And here's the cool thing about it. Now, back in 2013, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 received some pretty serious overhauls by the developer Christian Whitehead for mobile platforms, and those have not touched PCs. Now, if you look at the footage for Sonic Origins that they did in the reveal trailer, looks like those mobile ports will finally be making it to the PC side. And also, as confirmed by a publicist from Sega, Sonic 3 and Knuckles may be getting that treatment as well. And
That
also
would be a
Sonic
huge
CDs
one.
in there for some reason.
Cool.
And, was there any other major Sonic news? I mean, I don't think we need to talk about Sonic Prime, which is the show on Netflix that they've been trying to...
They did kind of
announce?
tease. They didn't give any information about it, but they did kind of tease a new Sonic game coming in 2022, which is rumored to be called Sonic Rangers, and it's some leaks and people are talking about it being a slightly more open world experience. But let's be honest, we know nothing about it because Sega's keeping their mouth shut probably until E3. So.
Honestly, that's the best move they can do after the previous failure of Sonic Forces and
And fun
stuff.
fact, all the Sonic fans already think it's going to be trash because that's how Sonic fans work.
Yeah.
They're always
Expect
like,
the worst, and maybe it will be good.
yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, although it doesn't actually really. I still hold a grudge against Aaron from the Game Grumps, who I blame for the start of the Sonic hatred trend.
Like, let's not lie. Sonic 06 was a pretty terrible game.
Of
Like,
course,
for,
of course.
for when it comes to its release, and when it comes to like, you know, what was like announced that it would be versus what we actually got, and it was bad. But basically, a lot of YouTubers, especially at the time that game came out, and especially like IGN after a few years afterwards, they basically essentially started to push the narrative that Sonic games were never good to begin with, and that's just straight up untrue.
Yeah.
And it really hurts as me and him, obviously, we grew up on these types of games. So, seeing a franchise that we really do like go down like this really does hurt. It really does.
Yeah, but like, you know, gamers on the internet are always just randomly judgy.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
here
it's the
comes
internet.
the new Call of
It's-
Duty. It's gonna be the best thing ever. You know, that's what they're
I don't
always
know,
like.
everybody really didn't like Infinite Warfare.
They don't like. No one likes Battlefield or Call of Duty anymore, but it's still a highly selling franchise. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
because gamers like consistency. Why do you think they're gonna buy the new sports title every year, or like, you know, Call of Duty? It's like-
FIFA.
it's basically just a new installment in what already works. You know what I mean? And to some extent, some games, like most games that are like not sports games and stuff, they do the same thing anyway. You know what I mean? Most games have the same sort of mechanics. They don't change it up every time around. You know, gamers like consistency, and like there's always going to be a sports title. There's always going to be that big AAA first-person shooter, at least in the past.
yeah. Any other major Sonic news that I'm
I
missing?
think that may be all of the gamer news.
Not all of it. I mean, I could just touch on some small news things that I haven't brought up in previous streams.
You might as well. I mean, you're actually here this time.
Yeah. Hoi 4, Russia has a confirmed focus tree update.
Fishing is still good in video games.
Yes, fishing is still good in video games, which I
Okay.
have to say. We have a bad game.
Now in real life.
Yeah, in
Oh,
real
I don't know
life.
about you, but Shield is 100% better.
I mean, darn it.
I
Missed
mean,
out again.
If you're gonna play Pokemon Sword, then get ready, because you're gonna need a lot of pain pills.
Did you just
Wait,
throw some
what?
ibuprofen at me?
No, that's Tylenol.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're allowed to show drugs on stream, so be careful about that one.
Their prescription.
Still, I don't
Are
think
they?
you're
No, they're
supposed
off
to
the counter.
show
They're off the
pills on
counter.
stream.
And also, they were a blurry mess. They didn't even show up really on the
Then
camera.
why'd you say what they
Oh, well-
were?
As you said, prescription.
What the heck? That was the shortest intermission I think I've ever seen on
Actually,
this
no,
channel.
we've had a shorter one.
We have?
We've had a shorter one.
Okay, so I think that really sums up everything I wanted to say this week. Of course, I'm like purposely ignoring other things that are much more like long term, of course. Like, I've noticed there are a lot more PS5 games, so it might be economically viable to get a PS5 in the near future if titles continue to appear for the console. Nintendo Switch, as always, since 2019 has been always leaking the new, like, oh, we're going to have a new Switch Pro this year for the last 3 years. That might actually happen this year. E3 is coming up, so I definitely will have a lot of news after that. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say for
And you
Gamer.
might as well stay in the frame because, as you can see, move over, Extreme Gamer. As you can see, it is 9:45, which means Nick's gonna have to get the heck out of here. So,
Yep, I'm gonna get going, but you probably could stay and just do you two on the Just Me tab. No.
So, that kind of
Yes.
heckin' does it for the worst episode of Heckin' Tech Night ever.
I
Next
don't know about
week,
you, but that was definitely the best episode ever.
I mean,
it was
yeah.
just so fantastic. I loved
mean,
it.
you
First
get-
guest
It was
appearance.
great.
it is the first guest appearance on Heckin' Tech Night. We can say that.
Yeah, the actual physical guest appearance.
Yeah. So there goes. There's our last episode of Heckin' Tech. No, I'm joking. But
It will
yeah.
definitely not be our last, but it will definitely not be our unknown. what
For those who
happens.
came on, thanks for coming on to this trash stream. I promise next week will be far more professional. And yeah,
Yes.
we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming on.
Let me see if I have any topics that we definitely want to cover.
Leaked conversation.